Hello. So for the Shiloh presentation, everything you need is going to be here. Or if you were in class and you have your packet, it's also in there already printed out for you. Okay. So you can use your hard copy. You can print another copy if you lost it, or you can just do it, view it online. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a Shiloh presentation using our planner pages. Okay. So first thing we want to do is come down here to the information for the Shiloh presentation. It'll open up. It might take a little while. This is what's in the very back of your packet. Remember how my friends in class we talked about we'll use this in a bit? Okay, well now it's time to use it. So what you're going to do this week is work on this presentation. Okay, you got 3 days to work on this. When we come back during that week of school, we'll look over them quickly on that Monday, and then Tuesday we'll start sharing them, okay? So what we're going to need to do is plan out what you want to present. Do you need to make anything for your presentation? Then it says to start constructing your presentation online. If we go back into Google Classroom, you see this other Google Slides for Shiloh presentation. When you're ready, you'll open that up, and it's just a blank document, okay? So we haven't done too much with this, so I'm going to go through it a little bit, okay? But let's go back to the information part. You're going to need to add pictures, videos, anything exciting to your presentation. You're going to add questions that you can ask your audience, and you're going to need to practice to make sure that you don't need to change anything in it, okay? There is this sheet. I would recommend using your hard copy sheet of this or printing this out to write on. You need at least 4 pages in your presentation, okay? 4 different slides in your presentation. Tell me what it's about. Now, you get a little bit of freedom with this. You get the choices, okay? So I'm going to zoom in, okay? So you want to be over here in this meets expectations, okay? You're going to need to make sure you have all parts of Shiloh in your presentation and that you really understood what Shiloh was about. You follow all of the directions from this page, okay? You use your time well, and this is well to be able to tell when we get back in and do the presentations if you did it well or if you kind of threw it together in one day. And your presentation is creative and looks really engaging. Like, ooh, I want to read about that, or I want to hear what this 4th grader has to say about Shiloh. Now, inside our packets, we filled out a page with the plot. Remember doing this? Okay, you can rewatch that video if you need. Okay, so you need to have at least 4 parts to your presentation, right? So you're going to need to have your rising action, setting up the story, the climax when our story really gets really exciting, and then the falling action when things start to come together and the story starts to kind of wind up. And then resolution, how is our story solved? What is the ending to it? Okay, so you get some freedom. So let's look back at that presentation now. So every time you log into Google Classroom, you should be able to click on yours, just like we did with our Saint paper, right? And it'll open up yours. Everyone's is going to look like this to start. Now, you're going to need a title. So you want to click in there, and I'd want to say like Shiloh Presentation. And a subtitle is a title that goes underneath. And I want to say by, this one will be by Mrs. Wells. And you can change the color in here. Remember to do that. I can either click on the box, and then everything inside of there would change colors, or I can highlight what I want, and I can change just the highlighted part. If I want to add a background, I can change the color. Like maybe I want to do a yellow background. Okay. I could also choose an image, and sometimes this gets a little tricky. I would want to go to Google image search because I don't have any. Shiloh book cover. You want to be really specific. Okay, well, not too many of them came up there, but this one reminds me of the movie. I'm going to insert that. But sometimes when we add photos as the background, they get kind of blurry and we can't really see our words too well. So I would recommend doing, like, if you want to change the background at all, do just a color. Okay. Now, this is only one page, and this isn't even your 4 pages, right? So technically, I suppose you need 5. To add another one, what I want to do is come here, and I can click New Slide, and that just makes it like this. But if I want to pick what the slide looks like, I click that little arrow next to the plus. And then I can change how it looks. Ooh, maybe I want 2 columns. Okay, maybe I want just 1. I think I want to do just 1. And I want to add a title to this. So I might say this is my rising action. And down here, I would tell what the rising action is. Tells what the rising action for Shiloh is. And obviously you wouldn't write that, right? You'd go through. But then you might want to add pictures. Now, when we tried adding pictures that way, we didn't get a lot of good ones, did we? So I want to open a new tab up here. And I'm going to search for Shiloh following Marty. Let's see what comes up with that. But now it goes to like Shiloh stuff. But I want to go to images because that's another word for pictures. So I might pick one of these ones, right? Where Marty's following Shiloh first. Okay. So I want to save this one. So what I want to do is I want to right click. Now, if you're on a Chromebook, this is a little tricky. You want 2 fingers and to click fast. Okay. Now you want to go to copy image. Now, if we come back to our presentation, I can either paste by right clicking and clicking paste, or remember that shortcut, Control V. And there's my picture. Now I can change the size of it. Remember, I could change the background. Okay. I can change the color of my fonts, but I want this to look exciting. This doesn't look too exciting, right? Let's say I really like this layout and I want to do the same one again. I can come there and click on one column text again, or I can have, do you see how the page is yellow? I can do Control D and it duplicates it and makes me have 2 of the exact page. But I don't want that picture, so I'm going to delete the picture and change my title this time to the climax, right? It tells what the climax of the story is. And then I'd add in a picture about that, okay? And same kind of thing I go through for my following action, the resolution. If you want to add an extra one or more telling about the different characters or the setting too, oh my gosh, I would just be blown away. That would be so, so, so awesome. But you need to have telling me the story of Shiloh. And you don't need the whole story. I don't need you to read the book out loud to me during your presentation because we read it. I want you to show me that you know the different parts of Shiloh, okay, and in order. So that's what you're doing for this week for your Shiloh presentation. You get some fun playing around with it, trying to use the tools, okay? You're going to use a lot of the text when you have a text box. List stuff in here, changing color, changing size, okay? You can change the color of the boxes too. Okay, if you click out, then I can go back to that background. Okay, making it look a little more exciting, right? Have fun, okay? Take your time. Remember, you got 3 whole days to work on this, okay, for your reading assignments. And we'll touch on it when we come back on that Monday. And then we'll present on that Tuesday, and then we'll start our next book. All right, let me know if you have questions on your Shiloh presentation. Bye.